Hey guys, it's Cece from the Scream Queens. You haven't heard about Anchor? It's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It is free. It allows you to edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. And it also distributes your podcast for you, so it can be heard on many places such as Spotify and Apple Podcasts. You can also make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. You can download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. That's Anchor, ANCHOR.FM.
You know I don't watch that shit.
Why not? Too scared?
No, it's just what's the point? They're all the same. Some stupid killer stalking some big-breasted girl who can't act, who's always running up the stairs when she should be going out the front door. It's insulting.
What are you waiting for, huh?
Because nobody admits anything they've done!
Hey guys, welcome back to the Scream Queens, part of the Slash and Cast podcast network. My name's Jess, and as always, I have my lovely co-host Cece here with me.
Hey y'all.
Hey Cece, what's up?
Hey.
Having a good week? Good week, I know you.
Yeah, started work, so that's a plus.
Woo! We love work. I don't know what that's like anymore, but we love work.
Can't relate.
Well, so you guys just heard we have a special guest here. So Timmy, hi, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hello, it's me, the one, the only, the queen herself, Timmy. Yes, it's me. I don't know what else to say. Introduction. Oh shit, my phone's falling over the place.
Oh no, we're doing so well already.
It's okay.
So yeah, today we have Timmy, and Timmy is from In the Queen's Throne Room podcast. Did I get that right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. And that's Queen with a K, W-E-E-N. Don't get it twisted.
Mm-hmm. Because I'm the one, the only.
Yeah. So this week we're gonna have another HHN centered episode. You guys know how we roll. Last week was a movie. This week's HHN. It was a huge week for HHN fans. It was pretty big. Unfortunately, 2/3 of us did not get to experience HHN Light yet. We'll just cry in the corner right now.
I'm so far away.
Me too. So if you guys didn't know, I kind of mentioned it last week. I'm up in New Jersey right now for an emergency. Everything's fine right now, but had to fly up here for something. So I have not experienced it yet. So we're not bringing you guys a review just yet. That's going to come either next week or the following week. So just kind of keep an eye on Twitter for all of that. But I do know that Catacombs and I believe HHN 365 have released their reviews on the houses. So listen to those if you want to kind of hear some opinions from some locals. I know Cece did get to do it. Cece, do you want to give us like a spoiler-free kind of really quick review? Like, did you enjoy it? Yes, no, maybe so.
Yes. The
Yes?
second I was in the queue and smelled that fog, bro,
Oh.
I was like, I lost it. And I just got like so amped. Yeah, without saying too much, I'm hoping that everyone else can experience this soon that hasn't. That's my wish and hope.
Yes.
Because this was an amazing feat that they pulled off for us. You know, they didn't have to, but they did that thing, and they employed people, and that made me happy. So, yes.
Not me.
Oh.
I fucking auditioned way back
You
when.
did?
But I mean, I know they hired a lot of prior team members and scare actors, so I probably was at like somewhere way down at the bottom, but I don't know.
Oh, but you would have been a good little tooth gremlin.
Oh my
I
God.
would. I mean, well, actually, I'm like 5'10", so I wouldn't be. I would not work well.
I know, but like your little I don't know, your stature would be good still.
Yes.
I'm so scared for those teeth masks.
They're saving me for HHN 30. That's what
Yes.
they're doing.
Yes.
I'm gonna be oh my God, who's like a tall
The director?
The usher,
He's
maybe
skinny.
the caretaker.
Ooh, okay, the caretaker's my favorite. That is Daddy. Not that he's Daddy, but he's Daddy.
He is Daddy. He's Daddy.
Daddy.
A dad, yeah.
He's Daddy.
He's Daddy, but he's not Daddy.
No,
Exactly.
that's director and Eddie. That's Daddy. That's
okay.
Daddy.
Excuse me. Jack is my man, but whatever.
Hopefully James Keen isn't listening to this.
Oh, I hope he is. He's gonna tweet and be like, ooh. Don't listen to the Scream Queens.
Nobody listened to In the Queen's Throne Room. Nobody listens to it anyway. So
Aww.
I'm actually starting to. So.
Oh yay! Good. Good luck.
Aw.
I have a 20-hour road trip that's coming up in like a day and a half, so it's on the list. Trust me.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Trust me. We have a bunch on the list.
I mean, in October, once we hit October, we're getting spooky.
Oh, so are we.
Well, we're always spooky.
You're always.
You know what I mean.
I already did an HHN episode, a Halloween episode, but October is going to be all horror movies. So, my faves.
Same here.
I wonder if we're gonna have some of the same horror movies. We need to talk later.
Yeah.
I mean, one you guys have already done.
Okay.
So, but
okay, we'll take it.
I love horror movies.
Yeah. So Cece, that's a great segue.
Because people have taste.
Do you want to go into your horror news, girl?
Yeah. So it's not movies at all today. However, there is a show that we all love. The Stranger Things is pressing play back on production for season 4. Oh, yeah. Supposedly, Deadline's reporting that the hugely popular drama is targeting Monday, September 28th to resume shooting its upcoming 4th season in Georgia. Yes. Now, of course, it said, they can also put a pause on it again due to the pandemic. The pandemic is the main reason that they stopped. So I'm stoked because I need my season 4. So, however, at least they're being safe. So I'm excited about that. Mm-hmm. The other news is really fun too. We have Frankenstein and The Bride Bears available now at Build-A-Bear Workshop online.
Yes. Online exclusives, and I'm probably gonna buy them because they're so fucking cute.
They are 17 inches tall, and they have the official Universal Monsters branding on the soles of their shoes, which is pretty cool. They're $45 each if you buy them with their clothing, or $29 if you do without.
Well, how are you gonna buy them without their outfits?
I mean,
what does that look like?
Naked bears with the hair.
They're really cute though.
With the whole 17 inches.
Oh my god, they're so fucking cute though. Like,
I don't know. They're cute, but I think I'm gonna get the
David S. Pumpkins one.
I have a Duffy, so I think I'm just gonna get the David Pumpkins outfit for Duffy. And then
oh my god! Me and my sister were just talking about that earlier. That's so funny.
Really, I saw it in person the other day. The mall I was at up here in Jersey had a like a Build-A-Bear kiosk. It wasn't like a Build-A-Bear store, but it was like in the center of the mall. And they had it on like a regular bear and then the pumpkin bear. The pumpkin bear is so cute. He's got like a little stem on his head.
Cute. He glows too, I think, or something.
Yes, I'm a sucker for like anything Halloween. I will literally buy it. I used to say Beetlejuice and Trick or Treat, but at this point, if it's got a pumpkin on it, I'm probably gonna purchase it. It's a problem.
Yeah, I was thinking about buying it, but I'm just like, it'll be cheaper for me to just put that outfit on my Duffy and then just call it a day.
That's true. If I get those monster bears, oh yeah, I saw you like tweet it today, and I think who was it, Alyssa?
Yeah,
Alyssa was the one who's like, absolutely, it fits on Duffy.
I think after you tweeted that, so I was watching Haunting of Hill House because I'd never seen it, and it got to a point in the episode, and there was clearly a Duffy bear sitting behind, and I'm just like, there's a freaking Duffy bear, and of course I'd be the only person that would notice that, like, and so that was like one of the only things I tweeted about the episode. I'm like, there's a Duffy bear. Oh my god. I mean, Stella Lou is my favorite, so.
Oh, Stella Lou's the bunny, right?
Yes.
She's an icon.
All of them are. All of them are.
Yes, but like
Eddie wants what's his name? Is it Ula? What's his name?
There's Gelatoni as the cat.
Yeah.
But Eddie wants the turtle that just came out.
Oh. There's a turtle?
Yeah, I think his name's
there's a turtle. There's Stella Lou, Duffy, Shelly Mae. Shelly Mae is Duffy's like
girlfriend.
or whatever.
His
I don't
Minnie
know.
Mouse. Minnie to his
Yeah,
Mickey. And there's Gelatoni the cat.
His name is Olu.
Olu?
He's so cute. He's the turtle from Alani.
Oh my god!
Yeah, and one of Teddy's favorite animals is sea turtles, so he really wants him.
I love that. Okay, so like, we're so not a Disney podcast, but I think we just became one.
my impact.
Oh no, girl! I mean,
Disney fans,
I don't know if you can see that, but like, obviously, I have a Haunted Mansion bat on me.
Oh, that's so cool! I love it.
And I have Mickey's hands on my foot. I have Disney tattoos. They just like Beetlejuice has gotten the most attention because he's right there.
I mean, I used to be that Disney queen on all my social media for a time, and before that, I was Goofy Disnerd. So.
Oh, I was WDW Mermaid.
I was never that person, but I did, and I really,
Cece's like, I've always been spooky.
Cece, you're better off. The Disney community is a fucking mess, and
I know.
This Twitter is so messy.
Ooh.
I will not.
Today was a trip. It was a trip.
Oh, absolutely. Oh my god.
Footage of Beauty and the Beast or whatever.
It looks so good. Okay, we're not a Disney podcast.
Yeah, anyway. HHN news or
yeah,
the whole episode's HHN, but like if you have specific news like for this week.
Oh no, I do. I have some news. It's not anything crazy. There hasn't been really any big merch drops that I saw. Again, I haven't been in Orlando in literally 3 weeks now. I don't know what Orlando looks like anymore.
I have a couple if you don't have them already. Like I mentioned earlier, the one, but there's
I have that one. I have we covered the coffee mug, we've covered the Terra Queen merch.
There's now also, and somebody posted it, but it reminded me that I saw it visually in the store. I did my first trip to the tribute store the other day. It was amazing. They have now almost like the shawl that Lydia, it kind of looks like the shawl Lydia wears, available.
My life is a dark room.
Yeah.
Interesting. Is it licensed? Do we know if it's licensed or if it's just like
one
of those like?
I think it's just a thing.
Yeah.
I didn't look at it.
Yeah, I know someone posted a picture of the tag. So but it was in the Beetlejuice room.
Yes, it was. It was in the very beginning, kind of on the left. It's kind of in the corner, you don't see it right away.
Okay.
But it was there. Yeah.
I will be there this weekend, finally. So I will have to check that out because if I like it, it's mine.
I might be there at some point. Who knows?
Do it. If you need a couch to crash on.
It'll be a grand entrance and I have to come home and get tested for COVID. That'll be fun.
Yeah, no, literally that's what I don't even want to talk about it. So do you have any other merch, Cece? Because I have just what we talked about and then some other things.
Yeah, just the one thing earlier too, that was it. I
didn't see that. My Twitter is failing me. What is going on, guys? So there's some Beetlejuice cotton candy that has been released, prepackaged. It's sour watermelon flavored and it had like the Beetlejuice snake head design on it. I'll probably buy it just for the container because I'm me and we all know who I am at this point. Are we surprised? Absolutely not. No.
That's gave me like when Haunted Mansion had the their own cotton candy for a time in Memento Mori's.
Yeah, I never got it, and like I go in Memento Mori all the time when
it was okay. It was okay. From what I think it was sour apple, not sour watermelon, but
okay.
Anything to go into that store. I mean, granted, back when I spent a lot of time in that store was when you still could get the spirit portraits. Now that's gone, and I'm pissed.
Yeah, just shelves.
I still have mine, but they were fun. They're really fun.
I never had it done. I've never gone to the camera shop in Diagon Alley and gotten those.
Neither have I.
My sister did it. She loved it.
The Shutterbox pictures or whatever.
Yes, because but you can't be a Slytherin because it's green screen. So you can only be the other three houses, and at that point, why am I paying to do it? Come on.
That's fair.
So
I was looking at my old HHN like stuff the other day, and my first time in Diagon Alley was during HHN 26, and I tried on a robe in Madame Malkin's, and the mirror, like it tells you like stuff. So when I first went up to it, it told me like all these great things. I'm like, oh my god, that's so great. And then it insulted one of my friends, and then I went to take a video of it, and I like did like a twirl, and it's like tuck your shirt in scruffy, and I was like, what the fuck? Of course I filmed that.
Oh my God. I've never gone up to the mirror. I tried on a robe and I wanted to leave with it, but it's like so much money and it's hot in Florida. Okay. I have more HHN news, but it's
J.K. Rowling.
no, you're good. So the HHN news I have, it all revolves around what the HHN Twitter community is calling HHN Light or Diet HHN.
I call it Diet HHN.
I honestly can we call it like keto HHNs?
Oh my God. I like
or HHN 29.5.
Yeah.
29.2.
My friend Miranda, she said she put a poll and she put like, do you like Halloween Horror Days? And I was like, I kind of like that. It's kind of cute.
HHD.
Sounds like it's like a TV.
It does. It's like extra HD. Yeah.
Get that HHD, honey.
Oh.
There we go. That's our new name.
Your HHD appointment. Oh, I got an HHD appointment this weekend. Oh my God, I can just see everyone clicking out of the episode right now. Stay with us, please.
In fact, I'm so sorry.
Oh, you're great. You're just bringing out the Jess that's always here. She just kind of makes herself not do that. Oh my God. Okay, so our HHN news about HHN Light or HHND or HHD, whatever we're calling it.
Or that Steve Cream.
Oh, honey, we're getting to that Steve Cream. That's later. So, 2 houses were open for what Universal was calling a test this past weekend. Revenge of the Tooth Fairy and Universal Monsters: The Bride of Frankenstein Lives. So both of them utilized virtual queues, so you had to be in the park early. Well, from what I heard, you didn't have to be in the park early on Saturday. But you had to reserve a time, kind of like you have to do for Hagrid's and some of the other more popular rides. But they were, 20-minute time frames? They were 20 or 30.
Yeah, just about, yeah. So like we waited, like we got there, we were like in line for the park. We were like all the way back by like Hard Rock almost, but it moved quick once it moved. It was just that they were having everybody line up before the park opened out there in a line because of social distancing. But we were able to like go into the app like before 9 and actually find stuff. I believe it was 20-minute increments though.
That's what I know. On Saturday, I believe it was 30-minute increments because my sister and my best friend, they drove from South Florida just for the day to go through the houses. They said that they were able to get return times in the parking garage before 9. It was like 8:40 or something. It opened up. They immediately got to go into Brides, I believe. Like they got like a 9:10 return time or something. And then they were with the virtual lines, and I'm either gonna, like eat my words for telling anyone this, but you reserve on one device. So you both parties can, or both people, like if you have 2, you can get 2 return times for each house. Yeah. So it's just you put in for the group. So like if you have a group of 5, I really wouldn't recommend doing this, guys, because like let other people go through it. Do like 2. I also heard that later on in the day, the queues just opened up for standby because it was raining and nobody was really left in the park.
I mean, it's okay kind of in a way to like grab it if you need to, just to see, but like we released a lot of ours throughout the day.
Right.
Like we didn't need them. So it's always good to do that rather than just keep them and not go.
Right. Just be considerate. If you reserve 3 times for, like Bride, and you decide you only want to go through twice, cancel that 3rd one. So like someone who maybe didn't get there at 9 can go and do it, let everyone experience HHN. But I do know that some of the safety precautions they had in place were making me happy. I know it's not the HHN we're used to, but your group went in separately. I do know on Friday for previews, you were getting glow sticks, but they kind of abandoned that once we got to Saturday. And the attendants in the house will keep you separate. They'll hold you in a certain scene if you're getting too close to the group in front of you. So the team members are on top of it, making sure no one is, too close to anyone. No one's running into each other. You have to wear your mask in the house. You have to wear your mask everywhere at Universal. And the scare actors are also wearing masks. I know the brides have surgical masks on. And if you see any scare actors with like a full face mask on, there is a mask built into that underneath. So they're keeping everyone safe. And there's also plexiglass in front of every scare actor. So there is a divider between you and the actors.
Yeah, it was like coming from somebody who went, it was really cool. I was very happy with how they did it. Um, felt very safe.
Good.
The attendants had their own glow sticks kind of thing.
Oh, like
So
the
they would
wands.
kind of direct us, yeah.
Okay.
And they would direct us and then they would stop us. And then they would kind of, and the best thing about it too is I actually really enjoy this because I get to see a lot more because normally you feel so rushed through the houses.
Yeah.
I liked a lot of people were complaining that they kept stopping and going, but I kind of liked it because I guess I got to see more detail and that because I'm one of those people that goes for the sets and the makeup and everything. So for me, it was amazing. I got to see everything. I got my ass scared a few times. Like I actually literally jumped up this time.
Ooh,
I haven't
okay.
ever jumped up like off my feet. It was great. But yeah, no, the plexiglass and the like paper or not paper, excuse me, plastic sheeting and stuff like that did not take away from it for me. I know for some people they say it did, but I think it worked very well. So
I can see it like working. Like for me, I'm very like noises get me in the houses, so I can see them banging on the plexiglass and me jumping out of my skin.
yeah, it did. It made it more like scary in a way because like you still have the sounds going on, and so that's what gets me a lot of times too.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, it sounded like more like you kind of got the local haunt experience. Like I've been to a local haunt before, and normally with that, they pulse you through the house. Like that's the normal thing. Like HHN doing the conga line, like that's very abnormal, but they have to do it because of the throughput that they get because it's the most popular haunt attraction out there. But like the cool thing about the pulsing is you don't miss scares.
Right.
Like you always like someone will always get hit by something because once one group goes through, then they can reset. You won't see anything, and then they get you like as you're coming through. Especially if you're 6 feet apart, like you or at least 6 feet apart. Then
that's a reset. That's a trigger reset, right? Like that time frame right there.
Yeah. So
and
like
yeah.
I'd be down like just for that. Like I know like it's probably like kind of weird seeing like the mask, them not being able to get up in your personal space because that definitely gets with people. Even though if certain actors, if they're looking good, if they get my personal space, I'm just like, hello sis, what's up?
Well, you've listened to us. What is my coping mechanism is to flirt with any scare actor when I'm scared. I'm like, hey baby, how are you? Please don't jump out at me.
See, that's better than some of my friends who will literally like scream back at them. I'm like, no. I'm like, don't do that. I'm like, they're supposed to scare you. Like, just move on. But like, then there's me, and like, I will have like scare actors like right up here in my face, and like, I'm just like so calm, and I'm like, this is fine. I'm like, I have no personal space issues. So if they get in my personal space and they're cute, like. Like Gladiator and Nightingales.
Oh, girl, my sister's friends with one of the prisoner Gladiator. With one of them, the shirtless with the little bandage. So if you want to hook up.
Get up with all these scare actors. We gotta have that spooky sex, honey.
Ooh, the mask stays on.
Mask stays on.
Oh my god, I can just hear all of our listeners.
An angel plays in the background.
Yeah, send me an angel. Oh my god, that one's for you, Hunter.
Of course, the one send me an angel reference is like related to sex.
Right?
With me on.
Not for that reason. All right. All right, back to HHN Light. So I'm going, well, it was a test, so we don't know if it's going to reopen again this weekend. The murmurs I've heard are that it's a possibility, that the test went really well. Universal was happy with what kind of happened. I know all the fans were. So no one I talked to really said that they felt unsafe. It was really crowded this weekend. I did hear that. And rides were really like long wait times, but Universal did what they could and kept everyone as safe as possible right now, during these times. So if it's open this weekend, I've been avoiding the theme parks on the weekend, but we've talked about it. We're crackheads. HHN fans are crackheads.
Yeah.
my only time I can go anyway, so I'm gonna have to deal with it.
Right. And like I'll probably just go to the houses and leave, to be honest. So
That's my priority. That's kind of what we did this time. We wanted to see the tribute store too. I wanted to say something else, but I can't remember. Oh, I finally got my survey in my email.
oh good.
It asked a lot about the houses, so I'm so excited about that.
I'm still thinking about the survey from last year.
Weird.
Which one?
I'm still no. I was just saying I'm still thinking about it because there's a
Oh.
lot asked that we don't know
Mm-hmm.
yet. Because like I still want to know what the Bill and Ted question was about last year.
I'm curious with, that group who no longer is working at Universal.
We don't know her.
We don't know her. We discussed her once and we won't discuss her again. I'm curious to see what's going to happen with that. My first year was the last year of Bill and Ted, and I got to do the Soul, what was it called? Oh my goodness. That whiskey was not a good choice before we started this. Soul Collector, a social media event on the closing night of 27. My sister and I got to compete. And part of that was if you like made it to a certain point, you got to go to the last Bill and Ted's and like sit. So like that holds a really special place in my heart because I got to see the last one, especially for my first year. So I wouldn't hate Bill and Ted coming back. I also don't think it's feasible with the rights and everything because Universal never had the rights. They just used those characters until someone said they could.
They used them well. Like it was popular.
And the movie just came out. I can see because I heard the third movie was great. I haven't seen it yet.
Neither have I. I haven't seen any of them, so.
Oh, they're great. You should watch them.
No, I want to see what the hype is about.
Definitely. Wait, let me get through my HHN news, and then we have so much to talk about. We're going off the rails here.
We really are.
So there's also the Scarecrow Stalk, which that is very hard to say right now. It's around the parks. You search for different themed scarecrows and gift shops and things like that. Some of them are really scary. My sister sent me one of like a tooth fairy goblin looking thing. It had no head. It just had teeth.
It was like a Barbie doll with like teeth as its head.
My sister was like, "This one's for you," and I was like, "Oh, I hate it."
I think the Universal account posted a picture of one. Which I quote tweeted, and I was like, "Oh my god, the paparazzi, they found me last year."
Yeah. So there's 13 of them. When you find all 13, there's like stickers, and then you get a little bag of candy. So
yeah, we started it, but then our maps all got soaked, so we have to start over next weekend.
Oh my god, because you got caught in like the monsoon of 2020.
Yeah.
Florida.
I eat my pizza fries in peace.
Yep. Oh, I can't wait for pizza fries. Speaking of food, we also have a food truck in New York that popped up. It's right outside the tribute store. It has twisted taters around a hot dog, which like didn't know I needed that in my life, and now I do. Funnel cake and chicken, like chicken and waffles, but a funnel cake. And then in Cafe La Bamba, which is like only really used for like VIP tours, for them to eat and like get water and stuff like that. It is now the skeleton bar, and from what I've heard, everyone hates every drink that's there.
Really? I've only heard that the circus peanut was the one that was the shitty one. Everyone's like, "What the fuck is this?"
Oh, see, I heard so there's 3. We have the Mango Inferno, which is, I think it's like Ashley had it, my sister. She said it was like a mango margarita, but with yellow curry powder. And it made it was good, and then the aftertaste was not good. And she likes curry. She's just like, why is it in my drink? And then the circus.
I think it's kind of like how they put the like chili in the margaritas or whatever it is, the chili powder. Maybe
the tahini.
Trying to do that. I don't know.
Well, there's tahini on the rim, and then there's curry powder on top of the drink.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't had a good history with Universal doing like drinks with that type of stuff with like the spices. So.
Yeah. I don't know. There's that one, and then there's the circus peanut, which is peanut butter whiskey, Campari, banana liqueur, and OJ orange juice.
I just remember because theme park bar was like right on it. Like that was the first thing they did, and immediately like his response was like, no.
Yeah,
No.
and then he tweeted like 20 minutes later, and he's like, "Mama didn't raise a quitter," and he was trying so hard to finish it. And I was just like, "You can do this, go, go!" And
He
like
did it for all of us. He did it for us.
oh, for real.
He got another one the next day or something weird, I swear.
You know, some people are just glutton for punishment.
Oh, I thought that was someone else. I thought that was like someone from like GGH or something. Someone got one and was just like, yeah, I'm still gonna drink it. I'm like, why? You just wasted your money. Like those drinks are expensive, honey.
Yeah.
Beverly of HHN.
The Beverly of HHN.
Beverly. There's a third
the
drink.
Beverly though. R.I.P. the Beverly though.
You can still get Beverly at the Coke store at Disney Springs on the rooftop bar. I know. It's not free.
Sorry, I'm really sad about Epcot. That's a whole other thing.
That'll be a whole. We'll have like a Scream Queens R.I.P. Disney episode or something.
Yeah.
There is a third drink that I haven't heard a lot of people talk about. Theme Park Bar is the one I got all this information from. So follow him for your theme park alcohol. He's fantastic.
He taught me how to make this. What I'm drinking right now. You guys can't see it, but I'm drinking something.
Ooh, okay. Tell us in a second. It's the Loop Garu. Apparently it means
Garu.
What?
It's supposed to be, I think, Garu.
Luger, it's oh my god, what is it? I really shouldn't have had whiskey before we did this.
Doesn't it have something to do with like
Oh, it's chupacabra in another language or something like that.
It's French.
There we go. It's French for chupacabra. This is probably not correct. I'm so sorry, guys.
I'm trying to pronounce it. Loup-garou?
Loup-garou.
I think so. Or it has audio. Can I hear it?
I mean, maybe.
Let's see. Oh, that's Canada.
Loup-garou.
Loup-garou.
Cool. What's the translation? Is it chupacabra?
So it's derived. So I'm on Wikipedia. It has the whole etymology on here. It's Old French. It's derived from le and garou. I think I did that right. I haven't taken French in years, but le is wolf and garou is werewolf.
Okay.
So it's something to do with the.
That's what I thought, because the Lou reminds me of like lupine, like the werewolf lore. Like there's a lot of
like lycanthrope and yeah.
Oh. Well, this is the only one I probably will try, because even though I love whiskey, I'm not gonna try something that's peanut butter, Campari, banana, and OJ. This one is light rum, dark rum, chamomile tea, honey, bitters, and lemon. So
I think I'll go with the curry, honestly.
Yeah, I might try the curry.
Just to see. If anything, I haven't tried enough drinks at Universal, so maybe the Medjai. Everyone says that one's a good one.
I haven't tried the Medjai, and now I want to. It's at Chez Alcatraz. When I go there, I normally get the Ocean Attack, which is like the Jaws drink.
Oh, the Shark Attack?
Yeah, the Shark Attack. And that one I just get because, like, if there's one bartender that I go to, and if I say hi, he's always like, "Hi, Jess," and then my drink is stronger than I asked for.
I was gonna say that I just saw that drink. Like I've seen it like other places or whatever, but like I just saw that they do it there, and I really was gonna get it the other day, so I might get it this weekend.
I know Theme Park Bar has it. Well, I know they have the Medjai because that's their favorite, and then they also have the Shark Attack on their website. I was looking at it because I want to find the recipe for the Saturn, because that was my favorite from HHN 29.
Is that the gin one?
Yes.
Oh, so I don't like gin, and that was my favorite at 29. It was everyone's favorite.
It was the best one. Like, yeah. I mean, I liked Vampire's Curse too, but the Blood Pit and I forget what the other one was. They were just not good.
Yeah, there was. I thought I was gonna like the margarita. It was like a watermelon margarita. It was not very good. I don't remember the names. I was very intoxicated the first weekend of it, 29.
I just remember like the two good ones, and I remember that Blood Pit, like Vampire's Curse was like red and Blood Pit was orange, and I'm like, that makes no sense.
Blood Pit was a screwdriver. It was just like very boring.
That's what it was. Yeah.
OJ and vodka. It was just eh.
Yeah, I was just like, what? But like, I tried them all. I got all the cups. So, yeah.
Better than me. I did not get all the cups. I wish I did.
I worked hard for those damn cups.
I just didn't want to carry them around. So like,
I went 13 nights. So like.
Oh, I went 31. Not to brag, but like, I'm not kidding.
I'm paying for a goddamn Uber to get here. I'm gonna get my money's worth.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no, I literally only went because the person I was dating at the time worked at Volcano Bay, so I would literally go pick him up at 5:30 or like 4:30 when he got off. We would run into Stay and Scream and just chill because I was already there. So
I wonder if we ever cross paths.
oh, absolutely. Like who is it? I told Hunter, I was like, I saw you all the time, and he was like, I feel like he said that like we had seen each other, but obviously we didn't know each other. So it was just like we always passed each other at Monsters, just like not knowing, because I always started at Monsters for Stay and Scream.
That's where I'm thinking is every Stay and Scream after like I think I did 2 in Finnegan's. Like I just did. I never actually went in Finnegan's because we were always waiting in those goddamn lines.
Yeah.
But later when I was by myself, I'm like, we're going to Springfield. Like whoever I was with, I'm like, we're going to Springfield. I'm like, I don't care that you want to do Stranger Things. I don't. No, we're going to Springfield. I'm like, we're doing my Monsters because I have to hear them say Unleash the Monsters. Like that's how I start my night.
Oh, absolutely. And like you've probably heard, there were so many nights where I got to go through Monsters like alone.
Same.
Like Stay and Scream, just like everyone would do it, and then like I would go back and do it again.
Yeah, like the way to do it was to do one of the other 2, either Corpses or Depths.
Mm-hmm.
I usually did Depths because I wasn't a big fan of Corpses. But then I would run over and there'd be no line, and I'd be like, a VIP tour for me? What?
Right.
Hi, you guys know what's coming?
We had Frankenstein's monster follow us like out of his whole room into like the next room at one point, and we were like, "Where are you going, baby?"
Oh my god, I feel like we're getting off topic again.
Yeah, we are. Okay, so last thing I wanted to say is also in Cafe La Bamba, there's like little like food things you can get, and I know there are s'mores fries. So
I never got to try those, so I would totally try those.
I haven't tried them. My sister said that they weren't very good at Cafe La Bamba because they were underneath a heat lamp. But so maybe like yeah, see if you can like ask for fresh ones. I don't know. Maybe like be nice.
Zone or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. But that's all I have for HHN news. So believe it or not, we're still not on our main segment.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
Cece, are you still with us? I know we went on like a 29 tangent. I'm so sorry.
You're fine. I'm here.
Are you okay? Your allergies treating you well?
No.
Oh.
I can't wait for it. Oh my god.
All right. So for our main segment today, we wanted to discuss, and we brought Timmy on because we know he was right along there with us the entire day.
The whole day.
Oh my god, it was what, noon to or like 2 a.m.
9 a.m.
9 a.m. to
10:30 in the morning.
I didn't wake up till noon.
Scheduled till 10:30, but our asses were up till 1 a.m. past 1 a.m.
Like 1:30, almost 2 at one point. So
I mean, I'm pretty sure I posted the notorious video at like 3 a.m.
Oh my god, I literally was telling Wade, I was like, Timmy's gonna be on tonight, and he's like, who's Timmy? I was like, that video you saw last week that you were like traumatized by, and he was like, oh, Timmy. And I was like, yeah, because he didn't know what was going on, because I was here and I told him, I was like, hey, all day I needed to like be on my computer because, okay, so let's talk about what we're doing. Sorry, we're going off topic again. So we're going to cover HHN at Home, the the virtual con that the HHN community kind of put on last Saturday. It wasn't through Universal, it wasn't official, but HHNightmares on Twitter, that is their handle. It's HHNightmares. Yep. They set up this massive event for all of us, where we could all just kind of, reminisce on HHN. There were contests, giveaways, YouTube videos with live watch parties from some of the bigger YouTube channels, build your own spec map contests, watch-alongs of Beetlejuice and Bride of Frankenstein. And then the event ended, which we will talk about later. We're not going to get into this one right now, but with the biggest game of Quiplash I have ever seen.
Oh my god.
And because of that, lots of inside jokes happened, but the biggest thing in the HHN community happened.
The biggest thing since
Dracula owes me money. Yeah. We didn't even have HHN 30 this year, and we have the HHN 30 meme already.
Yeah.
So what I wanted to discuss was like, what were some of your favorite things that you took part of during the day before Quiplash? So I know all three of us each won a giveaway.
We did.
which kind of crazy.
Which we won the pre-giveaway.
We did, Timmy. Wait, did all three of us win that, or did you?
You two did, and then well, actually, I don't know, because technically, okay, so HHN Cultist did her own like specific giveaway with the makeup.
She did like two. She did two.
Well, she did one for her podcast, Sounds from the Grave.
Podcast with her and Yusuf. They did their giveaway,
which was the one CC
one.
Yeah.
So then you two won the makeup from her.
From Cultist. So we each won the LA Splash Universal Monsters palette, Timmy and I.
Yep. And then I was in like a honorable mention winner for the whatever you and Aaron won, and so I'm supposed to get a trick or treat button because she asked for a quote from a movie, and I said always check your candy, because we know how we feel about Principal Wilkins here.
Daddy Wilkins.
Daddy Wilkins.
Am I the only one who does not like him?
Daddy Wilkins, when he's in that
more for us,
vampire suit. Woo!
Usually I like goofy looking dudes, but I do not like him.
When he's in the vampire suit, not when he's like Daddy Wilkins with
still
the kid.
I kind of vibe with him as Daddy Wilkins. I don't know why. I don't get it. I don't know.
It's the crazy eyes.
Listen, like my first time at HHN, the first house I did was the first American Horror Story, and I literally locked eyes with Tate Langdon with the skull makeup, and he got real close to me, followed me all the way through the room. So I'm apparently attracted to like psychopaths and sociopaths. It explains everything.
Oh my goodness. So moving on from that. We all each won a giveaway. There were tons of giveaways all day. There was like photo contests.
Yeah.
Someone hosted a build your own spec map.
Oh, we need to talk about the text contest that HHN Rumors did. That took 4 hours.
Oh God.
So what
I still have it in my phone. Oh my God. I think I died like 4 times.
Oh, I died more than 4. I think I tweeted at you, Timmy. I was like, I'm still not winning. It was
like, where do I go? Where do I go? But
literally, so what it was for the HHN vinyl for Midnight Syndicate. So of course everyone was doing it.
Wanted it. So they were gonna make it. I knew they knew what they were doing.
Oh, absolutely. So it was like a text game where like let me see if I can read just the first one. I have it still. It says, thanks for checking in. I need some help navigating to the prizes. Do you think you can help me? Reply yes. And so you say yes, and then it says, great, I've got some bad news. We're being chased by a clown down an alley. There are 2 ways to go. Should we go left or right? Pick your poison, and you had to reply left or right. Left was the right answer.
Yeah, I did left the first time, but
Me too.
I did like this stupid thing. The second time I did right, and then I fucked up, but.
So then like the clown's following you, so it says, do you keep running or do you go to the fire escape? Fire escape was the right
answer. Go to the fire escape.
Climb. Heights are your friends. So then you make it up the fire escape. We're safe for now. Do we stay or leave? I left the first time like a dumb bitch. You were supposed to stay.
I mean, you ran into Jack, so maybe it was a win.
Right.
I mean, he killed you, but that's also a good thing.
Yeah, so like everything that you like are experiencing are the icons. So then next it says, this isn't any old building. It's the Palace Theater. Some dude named Julian starts to hassle us about a ticket. The usher.
Please.
Why does he look like a hotel bellhop at another theme park? I cried. I laughed so hard at that.
Oh my God. I was like, what? It also was really early, and I had only gotten like 3 hours of sleep.
Yes.
Again, I don't know how I made. No, do know how I made it through this day because my sister got me my strawberry acai, and I usually get a Trenta, but I haven't drank in a while. I hadn't drank like caffeine in a while, so it just like had me going. I was hyped up for a while. It was bad.
Oh, I got that.
But anyways, continue.
So then you were supposed to ignore or engage. You ignore, and then he yells, "I said tickets, please." His flashlight flickers. Why is he on the roof? That's literally what it says. You reply, open to continue. You hear music from downstairs.
Jump across the roof.
Oh yeah, you jump across the roof, which my ass wouldn't have made it in real life, so thank you. You open, like some of it wasn't a choice, some of it you just replied.
Yeah, this was the point where it just kept on going, and so
Yeah. There were no. It got really funny because it was we hear music from downstairs, so we climb down to check it out. We aren't sure if they're playing the guitar or just talking about it. Reply 69 dudes to continue, so you know where this is going. Excellent. We have entered a jam session with the Wild Stallion cover band and hang out with Jason Perry. Bogus. Which is so sad. Jason Perry's the one who plays Ted in Bill and Ted at Universal.
Wait, is it? No, yeah, it's Ted. Sorry.
Yeah, no. Bill is played by. Oh my God, his name's William. I believe actually in real life, it's like his real name is Will. So you reply party. After discussing lava zombies for what felt like forever, we decide to Uber home. Reply lava. We made it much further than I expected. You know what? I don't even know your name. And then you give them your information, and then you're entered in the contest.
And we didn't win, but we spent like 4 hours on this thing because it was so blocked up that it literally took like 10 minutes for each thing to come. So if you didn't get through it in one swoop, it took you forever.
I think I started it at 11:45 and like in the morning. And when did I win by? I won at 3 p.m. I finally got through the fucking game at 3 p.m.
Let me see. Oh yeah, I started mine at 10:42. And then I finally, like, by the time I entered my ad, it was 1:40.
Wow,
yeah. I got through it.
So 3 hours for everybody.
Yeah, it was just, oh my God. I mean, I said when I was doing it, I'm like, I'm going to have war flashbacks about this. Like, so I haven't deleted the conversation because it's just, it was such a time. Like, because before that, it was, you just replied to tweets. So like, oh, send a photo, like, there was a scare zone one. I know because I used to bring my camera to HHN. That's why I would go to Stay and Scream, do a few houses, and then I hang out in the scare zones. Usually Vanity Ball because it's Superior Scare Zone.
Girl, we probably like sat next to each other because I did the same thing. I brought my DSLR every night.
Oh my God!
And sat in Vanity Ball.
Oh my God! What's her name? Torch the Bats.
Yes.
Yeah, or there. I think the pronouns are there. Sorry.
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah, I believe it's there. But I would see like the same people all the time in that area.
You probably saw me. I was sitting on a bench right in front of Maestro and Madame.
Yeah, I was. I mean, I always came. I hung out there so much, and I have so many video. Because they'd always compliment me because I'd be the one guy showing up at HHN with makeup.
Right.
So like, I remember there was one time me and my friend were just standing. I'm like, this is my favorite. She hadn't been to HHN yet. Or it might have been one of my guy friends. I'm not sure. I don't have many guy friends. And she like called down. She wasn't speaking in her mic. She's like, your makeup, like it was telling me looks amazing. And she's like, I wouldn't tell you that if I wasn't lying. And she had the mic on. I'm like, I feel so validated.
Aww, I love that. No, I always wore like orange glitter, like eye with like a wing and black lipstick. And Maestro was always just like, you can stay. And I was like, I'll take it. I'm gonna sit right here. Cece, yeah, how long did the giveaway take you to do?
I'm so sorry, I was on mute.
Oh, you're good.
I kept dying, so I didn't even hear half of the shit you were saying before, or I didn't see half the shit you were saying before when I was playing it, like fucking Bill and Ted. Like I didn't even get that far, like because mine kept. Like,
did you give up?
Eventually, yeah, because it kept setting it twice too. Like a lot of the prompts kept setting it twice.
I had that issue too because I first sent it and it didn't go through, so I sent a second one, and then I kept on, but then I got to a point I'm like, I'm not dealing with that, and it fixed itself. It just like stopped.
Yeah. Between that and the fact that I kept like picking the wrong shit and just getting fucked, I mean, it was just like whatever.
Yeah, I get it. Trying to think, was there anything like that you guys did during the day that really stood out to you? Because there were a lot of contests and tweeting. And...
I mean, the thing that stands out to me wasn't a contest, but
was it? I mean, we can get into it. We can talk about HHN Quiplash, because girl. So I
was talking about that, but
what were you? Oh no, yeah, talk about. I'm sorry, your tweets.
Okay, so I should give like a little bit of backstory. So, like everyone, I love Halloween. That's my thing. It's been my thing for a while, even when I didn't know it was my thing, like back when I was a werewolf and like using like spirit gum to put like when I was like 8, which is like a crazy time to be using like that type of makeup on your face. But so normally I usually have like a way of knowing when to like wear a costume. But the thing is, like, I'm not gonna be going out to parties this year. Mickey's Not So Scary isn't happening. I'm probably not gonna be going to Magic Kingdom anytime soon because the past few years, like only one time have I gone to the parks where I paid because I was always a cast member. So I was like, when do I debut my costume? Because I'm really excited about this. I was like dropping hints, all of that. And then they announced HHNatHome. And I was like, ooh, I gotta do this now. This will be the perfect day. So on this day, I debuted my my Jesse Walsh cosplay costume, which if you don't know who that is, he is the main protagonist of Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge, which is considered the gayest horror movie of all time. So obviously I had to do it because I've been watching like videos about like queer coding or a history of like I've watched horror noir. I've watched that there was Monsters in the Closet on YouTube. If you guys have seen that, which is where I discovered that Nightmare 2 had this reputation.
Have you seen Scream Queen?
Yes, which was the deciding factor in it because fuck David Chaskin. That was the tweet that I tweeted when I posted the photo, because if you know anything about the history of what happened with this film, it was kind of panned by critics and by audiences alike. Since it's kind of gained a cult following, a lot of people kind of like this film a lot, even though it's kind of very different in tone from the rest of the Nightmare franchise. And you guys did a whole episode about it. I've only seen the first 3. I watched Dream Warriors the other day, and Dream Warriors and the first one very, very similar in tone. This one very different. Granted, I think it's a really cool take. And I've been saying like a lot lately that because we're in the era of horror remakes, good and bad. Like we have It, good. Rob Zombie Halloween, bad. And I've never seen it.
Agreed. It's okay.
And I've never seen
you can get mad.
Hi.
Timmy can say.
Yeah, I've not seen it, but I've only seen up to 3, I think, for Halloween, maybe 4. But I think this is the one that needs to be remade, because at the time, this film came out during kind of the beginning of the AIDS pandemic. And so there was in the way that Islamophobia kind of followed 9/11, homophobia kind of followed, like very intense homophobia followed the AIDS pandemic. And as a result, the film kind of outed its main actor, Mark Patton. And the writer who wrote this film just kind of was very wishy-washy about how he wrote the film, because if you watch it, it's clearly like closeted homosexual, like homoerotic undertones, just like a lot of things, which like it's really interesting in that way. If like you look at it and look for those things, like it's a really cool interpretation of a slasher, because most slashers, like they kind of exist to like terrorize the main kids or teenagers or whoever. But in this one, he kind of exists to terrorize one person, and it seems for one reason only, which seems to be kind of like sexuality and stuff. Excuse me. So I was like, I really want to do this costume this year because I knew I was going to go to Mickey's Not So Scary. Like last year I did Max Goof. That was my costume. And so I was like, I want to do this. And I was like, when do I debut it? I'm like, I'm not going to be going out, as I said before. And so I was like, I'll do it at HHNatHome. And so I did. It was quite, I will say it was quite the task getting into it, because it was a lot of fake blood, which is all over my chest, all over it. It got on my phone case, everything.
And that shit stains.
It actually came out really well.
Really? Oh, you got good blood then.
Yeah, I've done fake blood before, because I went as like a sexy vampire a few years ago, a very gay sexy vampire. And it got because I part of the costume was like, because it was cold, I was in New York, was I wore this gold jacket, and it was the sticky type of blood, the one they usually use like if you had a latex like applique or whatever, and you put that over to make it look like it's gushing. That's what I used for it, because it's I'm like I'll use sage blood, whatever, which it actually drips. That stuff doesn't like stick. It's used for just like effects. It's not used for makeup. But I was like, okay, well, this is stained, but whatever. I got it like real cheap, and then it came out. So, but this stuff came off me really easily. I'm not sure about in terms of, which I put on the shirt, but I don't care if it comes out of the shirt. I'm not sure about my my jeans. A little bit got on the jeans and some of my underwear as well. Yeah, but I posted that and it just went insane. Because I posted like 2 tweets, just pictures. Then I did TikTok, and then I did a post on Instagram, and all these things. And it went so crazy that the Scream Queens documentary account retweeted it, and then Mark Patton, the actor, found it, and he posted a thing about it. And then one of my former roommates was like, "Oh my gosh, Timmy!" like tagged me in it. I was like, oh my gosh. And next thing I know, Mark Patton is following me, and he like DM'd me. So like that was a big part of my day. Granted, I probably was in that outfit for like 30 minutes maybe, getting all the photos. Like I did one where I was like, hello, HHN. I like put on my sunglasses just for that. But that was that it wasn't really like to do with HHN per se, but I feel like this is the best time. I feel like this is where people will see it, and people will get it, because like it's a very obscure reference, but I was really happy. And Mark Patton apparently loved it, so yeah, that made me the most happy, because like I mean his career ended because of that role. But he's also kind of like found like solace in the role since. So, but yeah, that was fun.
We have to like redact like everything we did in our nightmare episode, because this is the thing. It's like I love that movie so much more now that I know like
the background to it. Yeah,
we hadn't seen like Scream. I hadn't watched Scream Queen until then. Like I didn't know any of that, so just watching it, like you kind of got the undertones, but like it just isn't good like in the Nightmare franchise, but it is a good movie when you take it out.
Yeah, it's kind of like I don't know if you guys watch Star Wars, but like The Last Jedi.
Yes.
Because the Last Jedi is my favorite Star Wars movie. And it just kind of went through the same thing, that it was very much a departure from what Star Wars normally is. Like in tone and what it addresses, but it was a very good film on its own. And that unfortunately is what happened with that, because they were like, where's Freddy doing all like these crazy kills? Because like you don't have like, I mean, you have like the chest burster moment, but I think this was like post Aliens. We were kind of like, oh, whatever.
Yeah.
But it's it's the most psychological of them, which is like crazy, because Dream Warriors is set in a freaking mental hospital. But which I appreciated, but like at the end of the day, that film is kind of about just seeing Freddy, seeing Nancy back at it again, which I liked, but I was like, I don't know, something about like I think once you know the history of that film, and like you listen to like people like look at it like from a queer coding perspective, and you've learned the story of Mark Patton, it's like really fascinating. And I'm like, I don't think there's been a horror film since that's done what it did, in my opinion. Like I feel like there's not, like I watched Spiral the other night, which it's on Shudder. If you haven't seen it, you should go watch it. It wasn't the best. It felt very kind of riding off the Get Out train. And just like not as well. Jeffrey Boyer Chapman from RuPaul's Drag Race, he's in it. He plays the main character, Malik. And it's about like a gay couple, and it kind of talks about like, because it's set in the 90s, so around kind of the AIDS pandemic, and it kind of it kind of shows the cycles of like hatred and like things like that, and how this cult kind of gets away with killing people with that. But I just think like what Nightmare 2 did was really interesting. Again, fuck David Chaskin for writing that, but I think if like maybe they got a queer writer today to do it and to like maybe fine tune some parts of it, because it wasn't perfect. I had some issues with it. Like there's a lot of things people say about it that I agree with. Like it kind of has like some weird stuff that like just don't make sense with the plot. Just like thrown in there. I think with today, considering how far we've moved in terms of acceptance of the LGBTQ community, I feel like it would work really, really well. I'm not sure the horror community is ready for that, but I think the rest of the world is. So
I've been part of the horror community for, well, I mean, I've always been a horror fan, but like really like diving into the community, and it's actually one of the most inclusive communities that I've come across. So
oh yeah, 100%.
Definitely be something we could get away with in the next couple of years.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, I've had interesting discussions about it. Like, I remember Hunter. He's like, it's the last time Freddy was actually like really scary. I'm like, it kind of was the only time where like he feels like an enigma more than any of the other films. Like the other films, he's kind of more of a grounded person, kind of comic character. But that's the one where it's like, what is Freddy? Like, what is he? Like, why is he appearing to Jesse? Granted, he's in the house where the Thompsons once lived, but yeah.
I get that.
Yeah.
I feel like we went off like on a major tangent just talking about that.
I mean, it's a massive deal though that like he DM'd you.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, it's so unfortunate because I don't think, like, I know people have like issues with like Mark Patton screaming in that movie, but I'm like,
we made fun of it. I feel so bad.
Yeah.
I mean, I gotta give him credit because I can't do that.
No, and he is a scream queen.
Like that. That's so hard.
He's now part of our intro.
Yeah.
That's how impactful it is to me now.
Oh wait, really? I don't think I've heard that yet.
We just put it in the last episode, so it's brand new intro I made. But I had to make sure I included Jesse in there. So
yes, our king.
Yeah, so he is our queen.
Yeah,
our queen is in.
Oh my god! I mean, he was like talking about like Cher and Beyonce in the documentary, and I was like,
yes.
Which I'm really sad I don't post.
With Cher.
Oh yeah, he was in the Broadway show and then the movie.
Yep.
So. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Again, it's unfortunate because I think he had a lot of potential, and
yeah,
it just between his partner passing away from AIDS, like it's just unfortunate. But I'm glad he's like in a really good place now.
Me too.
Yeah, because I think people are starting to notice, and he's come to peace with what's going on. Even though I was like, when he gave, this is probably something just for this, but when he did accept the apology from David Chaskin, I was just kind of like, I'm like, no. I'm sorry. He literally, he thrived off of your kind of downfall the entire time and shows no remorse for any of it.
The apology is
none. So I'm like, I'm glad like you find peace in your heart, because like he just seems like the sweetest person. Like I'd love to meet him. Yeah. But that was one thing that bothered me. I was like, no, I'm like, no, you do not need to see him ever. Like I don't care what certain people say. Like you don't need that in your life.
Yeah.
That's what I would have told him.
Oh, definitely.
So I entered a bunch of the giveaways. That was like my big thing.
I entered as many as I could. I entered the spec map one though.
I didn't do it.
I wanted to do that because I wanted, like, I think they posted it before the event too, so you got ready for it. But like, I didn't really see it till closer to the day, and I was just like dealing with a bunch of other stuff. I would have loved to like sat down and really thought about it though, because you're picking your own stuff, right? Like
10 houses, 5 scare zones. I like considered, like, I think I downloaded the template that they gave us, and I was about to go at it, but then I started coming across other people's, and they were doing, and it immediately, so my first idea is like this person took it, so I kind of got discouraged by that because I'm like I'm gonna have the same as someone else's. There's gonna be no point.
Yeah, it's hard, and those are like so specific. Mine was just gonna be 10 Beetlejuice houses and 5 Beetlejuice scare zones. I was gonna do it just to like be that bitch because I am that bitch.
I was ready to do Nightmare 2 and piss off all the homophobes. Like I was ready to do that.
Oh, I was like waiting for that when like Vanity Ball was our #1 scare zone 2 weeks ago. I was like waiting for somebody to be like, it wasn't even good. And I was like, listen here, Kyle, Kevin, whatever we're calling you. Chad, it only wasn't good because it made you uncomfortable. But isn't that the whole point of fucking HHN? You're welcome. Welcome.
Yes, I mean, granted, HHN Twitter has been very good about when they come to Vanity Ball. HHN Facebook, on the other hand, not so much.
That's why we're not in the groups. Shady Brook is the only one that gets my time.
Exactly.
Cece, what were you saying? Oh, I thought you said Jess. I was like, yes.
Oh, I said unhinged Jess.
Oh, yeah, let's go. So I know we have to talk about the Steve Cream of it all. So to get into that, I want to talk about HHN Quiplash, which is how we rounded out our entire day. So if you guys don't know what Quiplash is, it's part of Jackbox Party Games, which is like a video. It's like a video game, but you play it on your phone. So
you have it on. I have it on my laptop. It's like a separate software and it has multiple games. So the one that we played is one game.
Yes.
In the Jackbox.
Part of the party pack. Or whatever, the pack. So we played it at CC's before. That's like why I knew what it was. So HHN 365 is the one who put on Quiplash. You had to DM them earlier in the week to reserve a spot. And because you can only have, I think, 7 people play at once.
8. I think it was 8.
8. Okay. Well, it was 7 because Duff had to be in there.
Yeah. Was it Brad or Duff that was running it?
I don't know. Maybe Brad. It might have been
Brad. Nico was doing a lot of it.
Yeah.
Someone from 365, because sometimes I can't tell whose voice it is. I'm not gonna lie. I love them.
Because I watch them, so I don't watch them, I listen to them, and they all like blend together.
Right.
Except for Shelby. That's the only exception.
Right. And like I know Hunter's voice, obviously, that's my roommate, so I kind of have to know his voice. No, so whoever was running it always had to be in there. So then there was like a panel. So it was Hunter and Shelby from Catacombs, the guys from 365, Hauntline was there, Dizrev, Brad. I don't know who Dizrev is.
Oh my god, that was the greatest part of it, was that Dizrev showed up and we were throwing bad shade at Diz Twitter the entire time.
We were. So they were like the panel. So they did the first round, and then Ashley got to play. All of us got to play in one round at least, and then
me.
Oh, you didn't get to play?
No, I was just.
You played. You and I were shit talking in the comments the entire time.
Me and Aaron were just causing problems in the comments. I mean, people got so mad early on about certain things I was saying, and I'm like, everyone hates me in here, and then like you and Cece would show, I'd be like, no, and then Aaron would be like, no.
Team Timmy.
They're like, Timmy, you're the only one being funny in here. Everyone else is being stupid.
I know. So there was at one point like 90 people watching in the chat.
It was like over 100, I think.
Were there? See, I missed. I when I played, I couldn't watch the chat.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah. No, when we first started, there were so many of us in there. So many.
Yeah, and then it got later, and people were like going to bed and shit. But like,
But at one point there was definitely over 100, and so what they did was 7 people played on 365, and whoever won went to the finals. So I was doing fantastic until the end, and I didn't win my round. But
you were the fan favorite. Like,
thank you.
Oh my god!
I was like, let's go, Jess.
Yeah, no, the comment section was oh my god, it was like me, Aaron. Was Vanya there? I'm not sure. I think she was dead.
Well, I know Kat was there.
Yeah.
I know Ashley was there, and we were just like immediately like Team Jess, Team Cece. Well, you made it to the end.
Yeah, Cece over here.
I'm pissed. I was like this close.
Won her game. Damn.
Like, Oh my god, I didn't expect that because like whenever I play at home, I'm never the funny one. I'm never the one that gets picked. I kind of capitalize on the Steve Cream because like I made Billy Nuts and Billy fucking Froth and all that random shit.
Yeah.
Really from.
So wait, let's discuss
Yeah, let's
Steve
go
Cream.
into it.
So the biggest thing to come out of HHN at Home is the new inside joke of Steve Cream. The question that came up on Quiplash. So the thing is, you get these prompts and you just come up with ridiculous responses, and then
It's kind of like Cards Against Humanity.
yeah, but there you don't have cards. It comes out of your own mind, and there were no rules. You could curse except nothing. Same on our show. Nothing homophobic, nothing racist, nothing trans, like nothing phobic. You just had to be respectful, but you could still like say anything.
And if it got too redundant, it kind of was like on the edge, like there
Like
were a lot
cuties.
of jokes, and
Yeah.
it got to the point where it was like, we need to stop this.
Yeah.
But so what happened was the prompt was the new flavor of specialty drink.
The newest Stranger Things
No,
drink.
it was with the waffles. What to put on the waffles?
I have it in front of me here. It says the newest Stranger Things drink flavor: waffles and blank.
And the options were what was the first ones?
Mouth breathers.
Mouth breathers or Steve Cream. And everyone and their mother in that chat, the judges, everyone lost it. Steve Cream was the newest thing. And from there, everyone went online and changed everything. Our Twitter
hashtag going.
Yeah. That we made shirts. Losh TV made shirts. They're still up for sale.
With Twitter account, I think it's still there. It's not very active anymore.
No. Our name is now the Steve Cream Podcast on Twitter because it sounds like the Scream Queens.
I am the Steve Cream simp on Twitter. Miss Universal, who wasn't even in the chat, saw it and she was like, "Oh, Steve Cream," and made a ton of great memes.
Yes.
There were just memes left and right. Like it went on for hours because Quiplash went on for 3 hours, and that was one of the first questions.
Yeah. It was only supposed to be an hour and a half or an hour.
Yeah, because we were supposed to have the after party with Scare Zone.
Yeah.
The podcast. I don't even know if that happened. Like I think like Chris Ripley went, and then like the rest of us were still in Quiplash, and they're like, "Are you guys tired?" And we're like, "Nope."
Yeah.
Those are the best nights I had in so long because I was with my community. I was laughing because of these answers. Like they started dogging on John Murdy a lot, and that shit was hilarious.
Oh, that was
too.
so funny.
Shit about,
or
were they talking shit about that other place? What the hell is it?
Hollow Scream? No.
Oh my god, it's the Queen Mary, but
Dark Harbor. Dark Horizons. Ours was Dark Horizons. The parking lot.
People hated that place.
And I heard it was so bad. I heard it was garbage because it's not really a haunt. It's more of like a theatrical experience that you walk through. But they promoted it as a haunt.
Interesting.
And it was in the parking lot of the old Nickelodeon Hotel.
It was near CP Housing, which
it was literally on World Drive.
Literally up the road from me.
Yeah. Cece, I literally pass it on the way to your house every time I go.
I literally on my way to work, I would pass by it, and then I'd get to Gaylord Palms was like right next to it. Yeah. So like I considered that was the one place I considered going to outside of HHN, but I could not find anyone to go with me, and I didn't want to go alone. So
yeah, same. So I'm kind of glad I didn't go, but yeah, it was just a really fun time of like everyone bonding and like people that you knew but you hadn't really talked to. Now you're like getting to chat with them on there. Everyone's laughing, inside jokes, and then the t-shirts.
Yeah, I think between like my personal and like our Twitter podcast Twitter, we made so many more followers and friends, and it was like I was just so happy to like be talking to some of the people that I had either listened to in podcasts or just interacted with like very lightly to like come together. It was just amazing.
Because like, I don't think I've really met anyone from the HHN at Home community. Like I've never met you guys in person. I think we just started talking like 2 weeks ago, I think. We haven't known each other very long. It feels like we know each other forever.
Yeah, I know.
Like, the same with like Erin and like Vanya and all of them. Like it was suddenly like we all knew we were like all best friends, which was like awesome.
Yeah, no, we need to get together.
So I'm more look forward to, which I already had so much. Like, so when my CP got disbanded at Disney World, our thing in like merchandise, and I think other roles do it too. I think my first program was so another era than what the DCP is now. My first DCP was, I feel, before everyone had to have a vlog, everyone had to have a Disney Instagram, like very different. Which if you don't know anything about the Disney College program, then that means nothing to you. But
free labor. Sorry.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I love my CP babies. I had so many CPs at my location where I worked. I love them. But
oh my God.
They're not valued.
I have my issues with the CP, but I'm so grateful for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll say that. Like, I loved all my jobs. I mean, I got to work in freaking Galaxy's Edge, like, opening day. Like, I worked in Savi's workshop. I got to build lightsabers every single day. As much as it got redundant really quickly, I still loved it, and I still loved my coworkers and all of that. But on the last day, because I know, like, it was so sudden, like, because all my programs I had finished. Like, I was never worried about getting termed, nothing. Like, the worst of it was, like, I think on this last program, I once clocked in, like, an hour late because my schedule was changing so much, and I, like, freaked out.
Half point.
And luckily my leaders were fantastic, and they fixed it, and so that point got erased because they knew I was a good worker. I showed up. I didn't really call out all that much. Like, if I did, I was either sick or I just was like, well, I'm not gonna call out anytime soon. But that's beside the point. But when on my last day I left an autograph book backstage for people to sign, to like write little notes, and about half of them was like, hope to see you at HHN 30, looking forward to HHN 30 with you, Timmy, because that became my thing. Because I also worked with a lot of scare actors. Like, one of my good friends that I became friends with during HHN and post, she was on fire crew. So one of the things I did during HHN 29 was every night I would text her before, either during Stain Scream or when I was walking up to the gate, and be like, hey, what house are you in? I saw her in Us, Corpses. Oh my God. I think I just missed her in Nightingales. I saw her in Vanity Ball. That was a cool night. She texted me the night before because she was in Monsters, and she's like, I know this is your favorite. I'm like, God damn it, I missed it. She almost was in Vanity twice, as 2 different roles. Because when I saw her, she was a model, but they apparently almost pulled her for one of the nurses. But her last night, she was in an arcade, and that was the night that they found out they were Street of the Year. So she was there for that. So she was sending me all the photos of them taking like the group shot in front of the zone.
Wow.
Which I wasn't there because I was in Vanity, because I was crying in Vanity because they had like a whole speech. I posted it on Twitter. That'll probably show up in my time hop at some point. But it just like, that was like my community was like, I will say right now, HHN was making bomb-ass money from the opening team of Galaxy's Edge, because we all, like, people would either work in the morning and go to HHN, or they were CPs and we would go on our days off because we all had frequent fear, or we were premier pass holders and, like, had the free ticket. So, like, it was cool to have even more people in my little bubble. So, like, now I show up to Universal and I'm like, oh, I want, like, I'll come see you or that. I mean, granted, like, meeting people in the parks now is kind of like, social distance wave, hi. But eventually for HHN 30, I'm gonna give everyone hugs, because I'm
absolutely.
Which is what the thing that sucks the most about COVID.
I know, and it's like I went to the parks, and who was there? Hung Up on Theme Parks was there, and Cultist was there, like when the tribute store opened, and they were like, hey, where are you? And I was like, I already left. There's so many people. We'll meet up when it's safe again. Like, I'm like, I'm very weird about it. I know. And like Hunter and I will go like early park admission and then leave like after an hour. Yeah. We're like, we're fine. Bye. So I get it. But
yeah.
I'm trying to think. Cece kind of touched on it, but I'm going back in HHNatHome. We're so bad at tangents. Oh my God.
I'm just adding to the chaos.
Oh, I know. We're already so bad at tangents, and like you're so good at them.
It's like I go on these long things, and it's like, Yeah, and then it's
Oh,
like,
you're good.
really?
You're totally good. I live for it because we're the same way. So we kind of touched on it. Cece kind of touched on it, but my favorite part of HHN at home was just the community, and like
Yeah,
I definitely wanted to say something about it, and like everyone was just so loving. HHN tweeted about it. Mike Aiello tweeted about it.
yeah.
Just
Mike
like
Aiello tweeted about Steve Cream.
yes. Oh my God. And okay, we need to touch on this. I was very happy he said Steve Cream, but guys, who the fuck made that yellow cream shit? That is
I think that was
disgusting.
Losh again.
Leave the man alone. I love you, Losh, but that was too far. He's married. He has babies. Leave him alone. It was a little gross. I'm not the only one, right? I can't be the only one.
I kind of cringed. I mean, Shelby like stepped in and was like, no.
Yes.
No.
I literally was like, go, Shelby, go. I was like, guys, he's got kids and they're on social media. They're like teenagers. Leave them alone.
I just know Summer is like looking at that like, what?
I know. She's probably in like horror makeup show. Like, I'll cut all you bitches. Like, she's got the knife out.
Her and Robin are the best part of horror makeup. Never knew who they were until HHN Twitter.
Oh my God, they're iconic.
Oh my God, because I had seen all the shows and it wasn't until later I knew that they could do 2 females in the show and I was like, oh my God, yes.
Yes.
And then I caught them. It was the most chaotic, hilarious show I've ever seen. Like they had to skip certain things, like the part where like they squirt the audience with the heart. They had to cut that because I have a whole video of it because they were taking too long, like trying to cut the like when they cut the audience member's arm and get like blood all over it and like instead of like you want me to cut a kid and then like oh we have to do the safety spiel like Robin was like you want me to cut a kid and then like Summer's like yeah why not and I was just like what are they doing?
Chaotic. It's so chaotic.
And then the person behind me, like big HHN fans, because I was wearing my HHN shirt and they were, and next thing I know they're holding their baby up above me and they're like someone's offering up their baby and I like lost it. I couldn't. Oh my God, I love that show. That show
I would do.
Oh yeah, no.
If that show ever got removed, I would chain myself to the door. I'd be like, no, you're not.
Oh, I'm chaining myself to a chair. I'm breaking in, chaining myself to the front row, and I'm sitting there. I'm like, I dare you. This is the only place I can see Beetlejuice at this point, and my girls. Leave me alone.
I would go in there with Erin and we would take the Chucky doll and just chain ourselves to the floor holding the Chucky doll and be like, nope.
Yeah. I'll just stand there like in like all Beetlejuice merch and just be like, I'll fucking cut you. I'll cut every motherfucker in this place.
Oh my God. It just best show. That was I went there on Halloween too to see the show and they're big. They will make a lot of quips towards horror nights and it's awesome. I love it.
Yeah. So okay, back to HHN at home.
Yeah.
we started, we got so good and then we went off again. So yeah, our favorite part definitely was just the community, and then even we weren't part of the event at first, and halfway through Cece was like, we should do a giveaway. So we went online and we found some things that we were going to do on the Universal store. We messaged HH Nightmares, and he I actually don't know, he or she, whoever runs it, was just said, yeah, go for it. Just tweet, and they shared it. And I know we had like over 100 people enter, and just the love we got just from that giveaway. And then we were included in all the thank yous. I just kind of wanted to say thank you to HHN or HH Nightmares for putting the event together, really, because without that account, I don't think it would have happened.
Wait, I think it's HN Nightmare. Sorry to correct you.
Thank you. I don't know. Their Twitter is HH Nightmare.
Because I think it's Horror Nights Nightmares.
Thank you. Okay, yeah. See, no, you can correct me. I need to be corrected.
I mean, it makes
Horror
sense.
Night Nightmares. There we go.
But
yeah.
It's HN Nightmares because I remember Hunter was saying it. I'm like, that sounds wrong. But then I looked, I'm like, oh no, that makes sense.
Yeah, I read too fast for my brain sometimes. So
no, it's an easy mistake because you want HHN to spell out, but.
HN Nightmares, guys. Sorry. So yeah, thank you to them for putting this whole event together. It was massive. I don't think I was expecting that turnout, to be honest. I thought it was going to be like the people I normally talk to on Twitter. And it was them, but it was also more people. And I'm excited to kind of see what comes of it. I don't know, if there'll be another one, next year anytime soon. But I think it kind of showed that our community is strong enough that, we love Universal. They're the ones that put on our event, but even when the event's postponed, we still found a way to come together from our couches. So thank you to HN Nightmares. Not HH.
Not AJ. I feel like we forgot to talk about the watch-alongs though, because those were fun.
Oh, I mentioned them. I didn't participate because I had actually just watched Beetlejuice the day before. But did you guys participate in them?
I did.
How was that? I know they did Beetlejuice and Bride of Frankenstein.
It was really fun. Like, I mean, it was a lot of just like kind of like tweeting about it and like which it's always fun. Like it's like when they it kind of reminded me of like a few years back when they did the High School Musical cast reunion. Yes. And they showed it felt like that. Okay. Because I was going off about like people were posting like all these fun facts and I went into this whole thing about the queer history of Bride of Frankenstein and Frankenstein in general, and people were like super into it, and then like people would comment like it and stuff and like tell me like, oh my god, like I know about this person, like just little things that like off of what I would tweet. So it was like really fun. Like I remember me and Erin were going off about how hot Adam Maitland, Alec Baldwin was. Yes. Because he, oh my god, so attractive. And then I was going on about how hot Henry Frankenstein was. So like it was just it was just really cute. I mean, Quiplash was obviously the highlight of the day, but that was like a nice like thing. And
did you guys get noticed by Peacock? I know Erin did.
No.
Did I?
I think Erin did because of how hot she put how hot Adam was back in the day or something.
Yeah, no, I got noticed for something.
Yeah, I think you did. I don't remember what it was.
I forget what it was. It was the most irrelevant tweet. It wasn't like that went off. Like there were some tweets that like really, really went off with people. Like there was one because I was talking about like, because I've seen every Universal Monster movie and I'm like always defending a lot of them because I'm like Frankenstein's not a monster. Like people are just like he's misunderstood and like they don't get, or like he kind of would just let out into the world. Like the whole point of the story is that man should not play God,
right?
Type of deal. And I'm just like this poor guy, and the only guy that's nice to him is this freaking blind man who's living alone in the woods, and he's trying to protect him. And then like everyone's like in the comments like in my mentions like protect tall boy, we gotta protect tall boy, and I'm like yes we do.
Oh, tall boy.
I love when he's smoking and he's just so fucking happy.
Smoke.
He's so cute.
Yeah.
I'm kind of sad I missed the watch alongs now, but you know what, I'll have my own watch along one day. Maybe the Scream Queens can do one.
I want to do an It one.
Ooh, well,
that'd be fun. Do It chapter 1 and then It chapter 2.
Ooh, we should do that like in October sometime since we both just rewatched the movies for last week.
I just watched after listening to your review, and then I watched the kill counts. I watched the original. Not really that good.
No, oh my god, we talked about it last week. I can't do it. I'm sorry. I love Tim Curry. I can't do it.
He's so good in it. Mm-hmm. Like there's a reason why he's like a horror icon, but
definitely.
But no, like, and I mean and I mean I was nervous because I'd seen clips of him when I saw like the new It's, but like Bill Skarsgård did a good job like kind of departing from that because it's very different portrayals. It's very different because I feel like again, like I think you guys explained it, like Tim Curry's more human in his portrayal. Like it's kind of funnier. It's very like it feels like he's an actual clown, which he isn't. And then Bill Skarsgård, because of just what they were able to do in terms of like CGI and other special effects and getting to do more of the story, he comes like he's clearly like this alien thing, which like a lot of it is with like his body and the things that he can do, which is insane because he's God.
Okay. Technical difficulties, so that was fun.
Yeah, because you guys froze on me too. That was weird.
Yeah.
But no, I was talking about how hot Bill Skarsgård was. That was it.
Oh, definitely love him. But
Have you guys watched? I know I'm not going to go into it too far, but have you watched Hemlock Grove?
no.
What?
Hemlock Grove. It's on Netflix.
I've watched The Devil All the Time. That's also what I was
No.
talking about.
Yeah, I need to watch that. But watch Hemlock Grove if you like Bill Skarsgård.
Hemlock Grove, adding it to the list. I have a list.
And the guy from Degrassi's in it too. He's hot. He's a werewolf.
Which guy from
I
Degrassi?
don't know his name. I didn't watch Degrassi that much.
Well, dang.
He's from Degrassi, but I have no clue who he is.
Hold on, let me find out his name. He's hot. So with him and Bill Skarsgård.
Oh wait, is it the tall one who was in Waitress?
I don't know. He's got dark hair. Hold on.
Craig from Degrassi.
I think maybe. Hold on. I'm gonna find out.
Love me some Craig. I watched Degrassi.
Give me like 2
religiously.
seconds.
I never really watched Degrassi. I watched a little of like the later years, but
Name's like
Back-
Landon something for life.
oh,
Landon something is real name.
what?
I don't know.
He was in Degrassi. Apparently, that's what Teddy said.
Well, dang. Landon?
His real name's Landon.
Landon?
He was Declan.
Come on, Declan.
Oh, he was from like the newer Degrassi. I watched the like not the original, but like the next generation with like Emma and Craig and
And my man Spinner.
yes, Jimmy. You know Drake played
Oh
Jimmy.
yeah, running through the 60 No.
But yeah, do we have anything else we want to talk about HHN at home? I mean, we covered a lot of it.
I think
Yeah.
you know
Not
all
tangent.
all I know, guys, is I attended HHN at home, and all I got was Steve creamed. Okay,
Yes.
Yes.
that was my shirt idea. Like, well, after the
And
show
I
came out.
swallowed most of it.
Oh my God. Oh, you guys need to go to Timmy's Twitter, which we'll plug in a minute. And you need to go look for this video of him with the Steve cream coming out of his mouth, guys. He swallowed most of it, though. He's a trooper.
I'm gonna like meet people that like I don't know who are be like, oh yeah, I follow you, and I'm just like, oh hi.
Yeah, my boyfriend knows exactly who you are because he was sitting next to me when I watched the video. Wade literally was like, "What is that?" And I was like, "Steve cream."
he did the world a favor, and then everyone's like, does it taste like pineapple? I'm like, no, it tastes like oat milk.
I just want like one of those, like, you know how they have the crepes there now, but I just want them to put like out like a nice waffle and then put like this like drizzle on it. I think that would be just easy, something to do, and you could just call it Steve cream and waffles and Steve cream, and we would all be happy, except for all the haters out there.
Yeah.
I say we're being a dead horse.
I want the Brad Joe's meet and greet.
Oh, absolutely.
I love his little vest with his Steve cream shirt. He was like looking dope, dude. And then I got mine. I put mine on. I'm actually gonna.
Even Shelby wore one. And
Yes.
I could hear like Shelby like lose a few years off her life every time it showed up in Quiplash.
I know. Her and Duff seemed so like over it, but then they were also saying it again later.
Right.
They were like, oh, it's coming again. I mean, granted, aside from Steve Cream, the best answer was Mickey's Not So Scary Hotline of Unemployment.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yes.
I lost my mind. Oh, but I think the saddest thing was like they would stop after like when like I was like, I got fired by Disney, so it makes sense. And they're like, oh, poor Timmy Saunders, because they can only see my full name.
Yeah.
I'm like, why are you addressing me by my full name?
No one knew. So like I'm not gonna like blast my full name on here just because like but no one knew that it was me because it said Jessica and then my last name, and I don't go by Jessica.
I had no clue it was you. I was
just
like,
yeah, even like 365 was like, oh, it's Beetlejuice, and I was like, I've been here the whole time. You guys know me. I was on your show. What the heck?
I know my real name was on there too, and I was like, do people actually know who I am? Okay, luckily Aaron knew who I was and stuff. So I was like,
I think I knew it was you, and then I didn't know who Ashley was, and then I realized, oh, because I realized the same last name.
Yeah.
And then
That's
obviously
the
who Erin
sister.
was, so like
Trashly. I love
Trashly.
Trashly.
Trashly
Ashley
and beautiful.
Flashy.
I love that. I need to go back to. I think Great Value Rat Lady is gonna. I'm gonna delete Steve Cream soon.
Yeah.
I think this might be the end of all of that.
Wednesday when this goes up, I think we'll change our Twitter back.
I already. Oh yeah, our actual Twitter. Yeah, I already. Did.
Yeah, I need to figure out a new name though. I forgot what I had before.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna keep Great Value Rat Lady. It suits me. I miss those babies. Okay, but let's wrap this up. We've been talking for a minute. CCG. I almost called you Steve Cream. CC.
I mean, I'm wearing it, so
I keep reading it. That's what it is. My shirt's at home. I'm wearing it.
Billy Nuts and Billy Froth.
Billy Froth, Billy Nuts, Steve. I will be at the parks this weekend. Even if the houses aren't there, I'll be there with Daniel and Ashley in our Steve Cream shirt. So if you see us,
oh my god, I just remembered how like there were all the Chris Evans jokes that day because that was the day his
picture got leaked. Yes. So I wish we had Quiplash recorded like with all of our like chat.
Yeah.
I think that's the part that's missing. Like you can watch like the video, but like because I watched the video where like they like Brad put the announced Steve Cream, but I'm like it was the chat that was going insane. Like on there you just have like giggling and then like they move on.
Yeah, we're literally like everything in caps. Timmy and I were like, oh my god,
we're like Steve Cream.
You guys were that like Peter Griffin nail meme going on.
Yeah, we were totally clacking away on the keyboards.
We're quitters.
Cece, do you want to do housekeeping? Since I talked a lot.
Yeah. Actually, we'll let Timmy plug his first. Where can we find you, Timmy?
You can find me on my personal, which is on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, which is not getting banned. So it's still there. It won't die. But it is Kween Timothy I, and that is Kween spelled Kween. Timothy Timothy, and then I as in Queen Timothy I as in Queen Timothy the First, because I'm the one, the only. And then you also can follow my podcast Twitter, because I do have a podcast. I release a new episode every Friday. It's not an HHN one. It's kind of random. But in October, as I mentioned earlier, I think, we're gonna be doing well, it's just me, but we're gonna be doing a horror movie every week all through October. So I already have them all listed out. I've decided on them because I'm an over planner. And that is ITKTR podcast, as in the Queen's Throne Room. That's the name of the podcast, but the Twitter is ITKTR podcast. You can follow me on there to get updates on that when new episodes are released, where to listen to them, all of that fun stuff. So that's where you can find me.
Awesome. If you want to bring us on for any of those movies, let me know.
I've definitely had you in mind. I might have you on separate episodes, but
want to split us up? We're overwhelming together.
Like knowing what we like and like putting it together. I love this. But anyway, Jess, I like your little bangs there.
Oh, my little curl. I just can I get another one on the other side? I can. Look at me. She's like so 90s right now. Yes.
I'm in that awkward like growing out my hair again stage, so it's like really gross right now and just awkward.
Me every day.
Yeah, so,
I gelled my hair for the first time and I realized it's starting to get long, so I have to get it cut. All this stuff that people are listening are be like, what the fuck are they talking about?
No, literally, I'm gonna edit and be like, I don't even remember this. Cece, let's do our socials so we can set. It's late.
I just didn't want to talk over anybody. So you can find us at Scream Queens 85 on Twitter. That is our most active social media. Instagram, we are the Scream Queens podcast. Correct?
Yes. Good job.
God, I will never get this shit down. We need to get this like one and done. And then we have a Facebook page. You can like us if you want. We're barely on there, but still the support is great. But yeah, and you can find our personals on our podcast page, like on Twitter. We have a lot of interesting stuff coming down the pipeline. October is going to be very busy for us as well, because we are actually doing a lot of movies. And so actually, well, next week I think we'll talk about
next week we'll go in depth on that.
Yeah, but we are going to be very, 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 very busy. If you like horror movies and you like anything that's related to Halloween, at least give that kind of clue to you guys. Just keep an eye out for those episodes. We will be, I'm pretty sure Jess and I are going to be at the parks this weekend. So we might have some more content to bring back to you after that as well. But yeah, that's all I can think of right now that's important at this very second. Anything else anyone else needs to talk about?
No, I think we're good. Timmy, thank you so much for joining us for this bitch fest.
Thank you for having me. This was so much fun. I was so excited. I was like, oh my God.
Well, you've been like one of our biggest supporters, so we definitely appreciate you. And we couldn't think of anyone else we wanted to bring on for this episode.
Well, I love you guys, and I love having a female-led horror podcast because there's very, very few. There was one I listened to way back when, but they kind of don't really post too often anymore, and I love them, and I was so mad they only did once a year, which it happens, it's fine, but I was really glad when I think it was the HHN 365 episode that you were on, and I was like, ooh, I'm like, what is this, honey? And so I covered it, and next thing I know, I was like responding to what you guys were saying, and then like you were responding back, and then we became friends, and I'm like, this is great. I have new friends and new podcasts to listen to. I love it.
Hey, well, we love you, and I'm so glad you came on. You'll be back on again, I'm sure. Maybe we'll do Dragula soon.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
I was telling him earlier, I think you were off mic, that we're going to be
Definitely we need to do Dragula, but I don't think there's anything else to cover, so thank you again for joining us. Thanks, guys, for listening. Wear your mask. Save what's left of Halloween, please.
Stay spooky, too.
Stay spooky. We love you guys, and we will see you next week with another episode of the Scream Queens.
Bye.
Bye.